Okay. What's your name?
Emerson de Oliveira. Paul Auer.
All right. What license are you taking?
C license? Yeah, the National C license for USSR.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm positive.
You had
sure.
to
I
ask.
paid for it. I know what it is.
Oh, yeah. So what's your favorite part about the course so far?
Okay. You want me to go ahead and take this one? Go ahead, Mr. Emerson. Okay. So far, my favorite part about the course is definitely watching the instructor sessions. I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but James, Ian, and Shannon do a great job, and I've learned a lot about, coaching techniques and just their general flow of practice. What do you think?
I'll take it a step further. My favorite part is actually hopping in the sessions and being coached by these coaches. They're such quality. It's interesting to not only see how they coach, but see how they correct you as a player and kind of get it from the opposite perspective. That makes sense.
Yeah. And definitely some of the humor, too. Ian's humor definitely gets us going sometimes.
Yes, it does. That's how we get our energy in the morning.
Oh, exactly. That and the coffee.
Yeah.
Great. What's the biggest idea that you'll be able to pull from this course and apply it to your everyday soccer life?
Biggest idea. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. The biggest one is that out here as coaches, we're more teachers to these kids, and that we have to organize our thoughts and our instructions in a way for these kids to really get the grasp of what we're trying to teach them. And this week what we learned specifically regarding to that is the best way to teach these kids is give them good feedback and get them lots of reps of what they're doing. How game-like can you make it, and how many reps can you put them through, and then how are you to adjust your feedback to each individual.
Absolutely, and I mean, a big thing that goes with that is the functionality. I think one of the biggest things I learned is it's kind of pointless if you teach the kids the technique and they can't really do it in the game. So the biggest thing, I learned from this is technique is very, very important, I think, but it's also very important to put them in game scenarios where they have that pressure so they can perform in the game.
I agree.
Awesome answers. How are the instructors this weekend?
Yeah, I've loved it. I mean, that's the best part. You got 3 different instructors. All 3 have something different that they provide. You don't really focus on anybody's weakness because all their strengths combined is what's just, sometimes I'm at awe at how much they have in their head stored from, their experiences,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd like to see them where they were when they were our age because, being a young coach, sometimes you just feel like, wow, converting from a player to a coach, I really didn't know what I was doing out there, after hearing the way these guys think and react. And I mean, specifically the way they look at soccer, the more holistic approach, it's more than just a ball and 22 guys. There's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's cool that we can relate to the guys too. I think it was on one of the first days when James was talking about when he took his first C license and he said he completely bombed his first practice session. And I feel like he gave me some hope. I was like, okay, there's going to be room to improve. So to go off that, it's definitely interesting to hear about, kind of how they started out and how they matured as coaches and how they've gone through the federation licenses. And it's also very nice to see that they take time out to come back and teach other coaches. I think that's very important for the youth soccer and probably American soccer in general for them to make better coaches in order to make a better national team and players.
And I think their attitude is what makes this key because they don't come out here telling you what to do. They come out here trying to teach you. And anytime you do something that can be improved on, they'll let you know, but not in a negative way. It's to make you better as a coach and as a person. So
exactly. I mean, and sometimes they're a little bit hard on you in their practice sessions, but they want you to succeed. I feel like they know that it's better they're harder on you in these sessions so that you pass the final one as opposed to, maybe letting some stuff slide. And I feel like that's a good general direction where the Federation is going, kind of demanding a higher ability as a coach, and I feel like they very much provided that.
Definitely. A lot more demand since my D license. The C is a lot more demand from that.
Oh, both physically too, man.
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how has the course been?
Can I answer that after I get my grade back?
Sure.
Because hopefully my grade will be a 10 and then this course can get a 10. But I've really enjoyed it. I'll speak first. I mean, we're out here. We're in Seattle. The weather's going to be versatile. I know you picked the perfect time to do this interview, but it hasn't been sunny this whole time. But, that hasn't bothered me. We're out here playing soccer all day, 12 hours a day, and it just flies by. That's the fun part. And then when it is time to work, I'm doing what I love. This is my passion, so it's not work. I could do this for months at a time. I'd prefer a little longer of a weekend, but I'll do it. That's the good instructors, good facilities, great students that we're interacting with. I couldn't complain.
No, absolutely. I think this course has been spectacular. I mean, if I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, absolutely, I think it's a 10. I mean, I'm kind of with Paul there. Once I get my grade back, maybe that might go up or down accordingly. But no, I think it's fantastic. I mean, the coaches are spectacular. But what really amazed me is the level of coaches that are out here. You have some that are on the youth level. They're just kind of starting out. Then you got some working with colleges, some aspiring to be pros. Some people out here, just playing, maybe not necessarily coaching a whole bunch, but they're really top-notch players. And to get them all together and kind of see their different opinions and see how they relate to the game, I think is a big part of you growing as a coach, because you're never going to know everything. Mm-hmm. So even like a youth coach coaching U10 boys might know something that, the guy coaching maybe University of Washington or, a top-notch university might not know. And as long as you keep learning, and I think one thing the instructors told us, as soon as you think you know it all, that's kind of where you're done. So I think that's an important lesson to take away. But I think the course has, it's been spectacular. It makes me excited, hopefully if I pass this to go on and to be in the A.
Even in between the 2 weekends, I had training sessions, and the energy levels that this course gave me, I was at a whole new level, just ready for action, fresh ideas, fresh thoughts in the mind to give the kids, and they felt the energy that I had in me, and I attributed it all to the instructors, the players, the coaches out here. It's just the whole atmosphere.
All right, great. Thanks, guys.